Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So MiHoYo just dropped a whole bunch of information. All the 2.1 events are all listed here. We have the 2 new event wishes, test run, story chapter, more events, booster bundles. This is the Yumiya wish, so you can see from the Yumiya wish how many information that they have released. I'll also briefly talk about the update notice in this video itself, because the update details, there are important details to take note of. Some changes to how Overloader is going to work against some of the Inazuma mobs. So first off, let's talk about the most important thing, which is the free 10 intertwined fates that you can get from the daily login. I don't know what MiHoYo is doing, but you're not going to be able to get this for Baal. Why? Because this event only starts on 28th of September. And Baal's banner will end on 21st September. So in other words, we are not going to get the 10 intertwined fates for Baal. You can use it for Kokomi if you want to, or other future characters, but you're not going to be able to get it for Baal. So this is quite bad for my startup account, because my startup account don't have Primo Gems saved up. I don't really have Primo Gems saved up on my startup account. I just lost 50-50. So at least I have guaranteed, and I'm banking on this to help me get Baal. But I'm not going to be able to get it because at least this 10 intertwined fates, because it's 28th September. So yeah, GG. So if any of you guys have included the 10 intertwined fates for your Baal pools, remember to remove them, because you can't get them. Yeah, so I felt that this is the most important thing that I wanted to address first. Now the next thing is the Baal banner. Now we already know that Raiden Shogun will be here together with Kujo-Sara, and it's good to know the other 2 4-star characters are Sucrose and Xiangling. Now Sucrose has always traditionally been good, but I do feel like she may gradually get replaced in the meta, but she's still good, right? She still has her swirl, she's still able to do infuse, she's still able to do pulls, CC pull on enemies. So she does have her niche. And in fact, the Inazuma mob changes that will be coming in this version will actually make her stronger. I'll talk about that later. So the next thing is Xiangling. Xiangling is always nice, right? Everyone knows how good Xiangling is as a free FOP character, which is natural because MiHoYo has to give you a good free 4-star character. And her being on the banner with Raiden Shogun means that it's very feasible to get her strongest constellation, which is her C4. I actually like her C4 a lot. Increases her burst duration by 4 seconds. So it's a lot more damage because your Pyronado gets to spin a lot more. So anyway, I think this is a really good banner. And if you want to know how to compare in terms of like C0 versus R1 of her weapon, or C2 versus R1 of her weapon, you can check out the math video that I've done, the analysis I've done regards to whether or not to pull further on Raiden Shogun, or to pull for the weapons, or whether just to pull C0. So I'll put the link to those videos in the top right corner over here, as well as in the description, so you guys can easily access those. Okay, now character banner, we are done. I'm gonna go at a faster pace because there's so much stuff that MiHoYo dropped on us today. So you have here the new 5-star weapon, Engulfing Lightning, and the accompanying weapon is actually the Unforged. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit disappointed, because if this was to be Skyward Harp or Skyward Atlas, it would be really good, because Skyward Atlas is one of the top DPS catalysts, and Skyward Harp is really good as well. I can't really say top now because there's Thundering Pulse, but it's still really good. In fact, it's a BIS weapon for Sarah if you are looking at her attack buff, looking from her attack buff perspective. So Unforged, the thing about Unforged is that it's still better than WGS or Skyward Pride against a boss if you're not using a physical character, because Skyward Pride is good on physical characters. While for WGS, right, because on bosses you only trigger the effect at less than 30% HP, it's not that helpful. But Unforged, you can get full attack bonuses while you're attacking the boss. So I'll say in a 1v1 situation, Unforged is better than WGS, but generally speaking, I'll still prefer WGS in other content, because it helps a lot in getting the attack buff, and it gives a additional function to your Claymore character per se, because the attack buff buffs the entire team. And at R5 is 80%. At R4 I think it's 40%. Sorry, at R1 I think it's 40%. So 40% is still very nice. So let's talk about the 4-star weapons. Okay, so now we have Unforged here, which is better than WGS in 1v1 situations, but not that great overall per se. And there's also a condition with it, which is you need Zhongli, or at least a Diona for consistent shield. A Diona with Sacrificial Bro. So really up to players to decide whether you want to take the risk on Engulfing Lightning. I already shown the math for Engulfing Lightning. Engulfing Lightning is actually pretty good. And in fact, I was preparing one more math video to talk about the playstyle of Baal, whether she should be main DPS, support, or sub DPS. And in there, I will also talk about one of the advantages that the Engulfing Lightning has over every other weapon in this game. So yeah, you can watch out for that video. I'll probably publish that video in another 7 or 8 hours from the point of this video. For the point of recording this video anyway. And then, let's see whether or not you want to take the risk on this banner. But with the second weapon being Unforged, right? Unless you specifically want Unforged, I would say I'll gravitate towards getting Raiden Shogun banner. And like I said, even if you don't have enough pulls for C2, you can wait for future. You can save up for future for her future rerun. But 4-star weapons on this banner is not too bad. You have Sacrificial Bow, which is like the BIS for Diona. You have Lion's Roar, which is not too bad for characters like Keqing. Wisif is very nice. Wisif is one of the best 4-star catalysts. In fact, I think it is even better than some of the 5-star catalysts when it comes to a sub DPS build, a quick sword in build. This might be better because of its buff effect. And the other two weapons not that great for Vonniers. Lance has its niche uses, but not that generalist per se, and Baal is just crap. I don't even want to talk about this weapon, it's just crap. I mean, at least Rain Slasher has its use now, thanks to Sayu, but yeah, this is crap. So personally, for me, I'm definitely gonna put on this banner, and Unforged is actually good for me because I don't have Unforged. I don't have a single copy of Unforged, so this is good for me per se. But for most players, I would think that a weapon like Skyward Hub would be much better, or Skyward Atlas. Unforged, I'm not saying that Unforged is bad. Unforged still that has its users. I mean, just look at how good Summit Shipper is on sword users. It's the same concept, just that this is on the Claymore users. So Unforged isn't that bad, but there are conditions for it. Like, you know, you gotta have constant shield. If you don't have Zhongli, then it's hard. This is tough to get the max stats. So anyway, weapon banner. Check out the video that I already done on the analysis on, and now with this new information of having Unforged as well as these 4-star weapons, you can decide whether or not you want any of these other weapons other than the Engulfing Lightning, and whether you're willing to take the risk on the weapon banner. Otherwise, the safer approach is actually to go for Raiden Shogun Constellations, because you can get C6 Sarah while trying to get more of her. And C6 Sarah is really good for her. And you can build her for future. When you get a future rerun, try to get C2 on her future rerun. Okay, so this is the banner information that I have. I would really recommend or advise you guys to check out the previous video that I did if you have not already seen it. So at least you have a good perspective of how to decide in terms of cost benefit for these two banners. Just going to quickly talk about the other events. Test run, we don't have Xiangling as usual. At least we get a Amakumo fruit that helps with her ascension. Story quest, you'll get it once you finish the main story quest, the chapter 2 at 3 that's coming to us. Lunar Realm. Okay, one thing I want to point out about the Lunar Realm is that there's this thing called a maximum of 50 fish can be caught in the training pool per day. All fish beyond that point will be released. So I'm not sure whether or not this limit is going to be detrimental to us getting R5 catch ASAP. It sounds like it might be. So yeah, just take note there's such a limitation here. So I mean, obviously MiHoYo wants to gate people from getting R5 catch too soon, right? Otherwise people just run out of content, and then they'll complain that there's no content. So yeah. Spectral Secrets. This is the expedition, and again this event. Okay, at least this event is available to us before Baal banner ends, but only 3 days worth. Yeah, you only get 3 days worth on this event. So you get the first 3 days of Primo Gems, if there are any. Moon Chaser, that's just the BP, and then Adventures Booster bundles is the Wheel Territory. Personally, I'll buy them. The fishing event at least is the one that will start soon. It will be 1 week later after the 2.1 release. The first event we will get is actually this, the Hakunin Iki. The one where it's you bring 6 characters in and it's a tag team of 2. So we will actually get this the next day after the 2.1 release. We already talked about this and how disappointing it is that we are not getting it on the Baal banner. Moonlight Merriment is also after the Baal banner, which means if you want the Luxurious Sea Lord, you have to wait until almost at the end of 2.1. It's pretty much towards the end of 2.1, the second half of 2.1. So Luxurious Sea Lord, you have to wait. So unfortunately, all the good stuff seems like we need to wait, right? Luxurious Sea Lord, the damn free Intertwined Fates. Alright, anyway, it is what it is. Let's hope that there are some bonus emu rewards for first anniversary event. And banner wise, I'm not too disappointed for the character banner. I think the character banner is good. Weapon banner for me personally is good because this is the only weapon I don't have. But for people attempting the 5-star weapon banner, or rather the weapon banner on the first try, it leaves a slight bitter taste. So really up to you whether you want to take the weapon banner risk. But my general advice is if your resources are limited, it might be better to invest on character banner. But if you have 0 5-star weapons, and another case to pull for the weapon banner is if you don't have Sacrificial or Wisith, or you want to get R5 Wisith or R5 Sacrificial Bow, then there may be some merit in pulling for this weapon and trying your luck. But I don't recommend to over-invest on this if you're an F2P player. Right, so anyway, you just check out my previous video with regards to the banner. I even talk about like based on how many pulls that you have, what should you try for between these two banners. So just check that out. And I wish everyone the best of luck in pulling for Baal and her weapon if you're going to. Okay, now that covers the event portion. Now I'll just do the one last part. Okay, I just want to look at this because it's really cool with Baal and Sangonomiya here, or rather Kokomi here. So for me, I will do a live stream when 2.1 goes live, that's for sure. And I will probably do the event quest, the story quest first. We'll complete, I shouldn't say story quest, we will target to complete the Archon quest first, so that we can unlock all this other stuff and get our Baal ASAP in terms of doing the Thunder manifest boss, etc. Farming the boss materials. Pre-installation is already available, so remember pre-install. I think I'm almost done with the pre-installation or the pre-download. Let's talk about the update details. This will be the last part of this video. I just want to bring your attention to a couple of points that I saw. Okay, first off, there's only 2 islands, Seirai Island and Watatsumi Island, which means that there's one more Inazuma Island that will be coming in future. Okay, so more Inazuma content will be coming. New Trials Domain, yeah, this is the one where we have the Sinora, 60 raising new boss. We will have to do this to get the materials for Baal and Kujosara. And then there's a new domain as well, Palace in a Pool. So looks like this is a one-time domain. Just clear it and get some rewards. Okay, fishing system, very nice. Pretty straightforward, nothing much to talk about. Likewise, for all of this, I really like the fact that this is Geonosis here. Sita is Geonosis here, very nice. Nice touch. Okay, Alloy is already confirmed. PS players get it on 2.1, or the rest of everyone else gets it on 2.2. Okay. New weapons, we already talked about this. Events, I think we can skip. Okay. Alright, new story quest as expected is for the 2 5-star characters, the 2 new 5-star characters. You have new world quests, which is expected as well, since we are getting 2 new islands. So that's nice, and hopefully this will help a lot with the reputation level. 20 SP each. If you have like 7 or 8, it's still very sizable. It's almost like 200 reputation SP. Very nice. Signora, we know. The bosses, we know. Now, Spectre. I saw the trailer, the official live stream, it doesn't look like Spectres have like slimes where they are immune to specific elements. But let's see how it goes on 2.1 release. I like this touch here, where there's a line related to treasure chests, and you can trigger when you open treasure chests. That's nice. A lot more food recipe. I gotta be honest with you guys, I read this before I had lunch and it made me so hungry. New achievement categories, new travel cards, that's very decent. New animals, unagi. Man, this playing Inazuma is going to make us want to eat unagi. And new fishes, of course, obviously. And the pool that we can put in Serenity Port. Now, there's an interesting thing here where they did not actually mention this under the Adventurous Booster Bundles, because technically speaking it's not a booster bundle. They're actually adding a new bundle where you get a Neem card, a Furnishing, and a new pair of wings. A new pair of wings. Wow, right? So this has never been mentioned in the official live stream. And the fact that this bundle has 1000 Primo Gems, I think this bundle is going to be quite expensive, because they have to cover the cost of 1000 Primo Gems and the wings. Although I don't put much value on link cards and furnishings, at least for bundles that cost you money. Wings are nice if the design is good, so we'll have to see how that goes. And new emojis. Okay, floor 11, this is important. The Spiral Abyss, floor 11, there's a new ley line disorder where you have corrosion status, and the corrosion can continue to bring down the HP of characters even when you swap them out. It's just that it stops at 15%. Whereas active characters, you can die from corrosion. That is, they're adding a new factor to it, sort of like being in the Tatarigami, right? Tatarigami, which is, you know, the Mikage Furnace. They're going to update the monster lineup. I expected, because they will add the new monsters. Oh, and by the way, the 2 phases of the Spiral Abyss is so obviously designed for our dear Raiden Shogun, as well as Kokomi, because you see the effect here, it says 1% of your HP. So, you know, they want to make use of Kokomi's healing for you, because active characters can go down as a result of this HP loss as well. Yeah, try and screw with us by making healing compulsory. And then for this, they are making the interaction with Elemental Burst, where ultimate party members gain attack 6.5% times 7. It's like getting a PJWS med stats, right? It's like a R5 PJW med stats. So yeah. Right, I think we should reach the important point that I want to talk about soon. Okay, I like this. When a character is attacked while immune to some damage, example when casting your Elemental Burst, your iframe, the shield's damage absorption will no longer decrease. I mean, all along, it should never have decreased in the first place, because you're already on iframe. So finally, they made this right. Okay, now the most important thing I want to talk about in this entire update notice is the Nobushi skill to jump back has been removed. That's number 1, which means in the past they always jump back, so it can be irritating for melee characters, but I find it to be very good for Kazuha, because when they jump back and dash over, if your Kazuha is at the same spot, you more or less are still able to hit them when you land from your plunging. Now, the most important thing is the weight of the Nobushi and Kairagi have been reduced. So what does this mean? This means that Overloaded might trigger them to fly, which is bad for melee characters and good for range. So good for Yomiya, bad for Raiden Shogun. If you are using a pyro character with Raiden Shogun. I'm not quite sure why they reduced the weight at this particular patch, but it does help with CC for Venti, Sucrose, Kazuha, right? Because it means that you are able to pull them. When their weight is reduced, it should be easier to pull them. So basically this is an indirect buff to the Anemo characters and a nerf to Overloaded per se, because of the pesky flying away part, the explosion from Overloaded. So yeah, we'll have to see how big the reduction, the weight reduction here is, but I think that it will be as per what I mentioned. Alright, Pyro boss just made easier. Okay, some audio stuff to make your overall experience better. Let's see. Okay, this is the one that they mentioned in the 2.1 official livestream. Reduce load taken by repeatedly pasting certain furniture in the same area. This helps when you are pumping, you are putting a lot of balls, I guess. I hope it works on animals. So anyway, this is the end of the update notes. So to me, the most important point is really the fact that the weight of the Nobushi and Kairagi was reduced. And that will change the mechanics in-game. It will change the mechanics in Spiral Abyss as well. Okay? It means that the CC will help you clear Spiral Abyss faster, the Anemo character CC pool. Crowd control pool. Alright, so anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Some key points: TLDR is fates we are not getting on the Baal banner. It's only after the Baal banner then this event starts. Character banner is good. Weapon banner, I leave it to you guys to decide based on the weapons whether or not you need these weapons. But I personally think that it could have been better. It definitely could have been better, but it's actually good for me. Yeah, because I don't have a single Unforge. And events, not much to talk about. I mean, when they happen, they will happen. It's still too early to talk about them. And obviously the weight reduction on Nobushi and Kairagi. Okay. What else? Transdomain, fishing, etc. All these I've covered. And also obviously the new Spiral Abyss changes. Okay, so thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video, which is likely going to be my video to talk about the Baal playstyle. And the next one after that should be when they release the Baal character demo. I'm so looking forward to that, man. I wonder if they will finally bring Zhongli's crown position down as the best character demo so far. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. If you like the content, like the video and click subscribe for more. Bye!